Hey guys, it's Alex. Today is day one of our adventures together. Me and Elishba have decided to start doing a little vlogging, taking you in and around some of the cool stuff around North Alabama, show you some cool stuff. You know, sometimes it's good to get out in your backyard, see what you've got to do. So today, where are we? We're at the Alabama Music Hall of Fame in Tuscumbia. Out front, we're gonna take a look around the bug in my hair. You see that? That's nuts. That was crazy. Big bug. Big bug. It's pretty fountain. Things you might not know about North Alabama is that there is a very, very, very rich music history here. A lot of people don't really think about it. A lot of people think that places like LA, New York, Detroit, that's where a lot of the music came from. But they are big music cities, but a lot of people do not think that Muscle Shoals, Alabama, they don't think about Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals is home to the Muscle Shoals Sound and Fame recording studios, where, as I like to say, just about anybody that's anybody has recorded there. Lots of history there. Lots and lots of history. So we're going to go take a look inside the Music Hall of Fame. Hopefully we'll teach you something. Maybe you'll see something you already knew. Anyway, we'll show you what it's got to offer.
Tip number 1, I need to learn to speak more loudly into the microphone on my GoPro. You will see that they do have kind of a walk of fame in the entrance. A lot of stars listed. They do have some plaques that indicate silver, gold, and platinum records for not only the artists but the producers as well. That's one thing you'll learn. There's a lot of producers from the area that are pretty noteworthy, to be honest with you. Going into the portrait room, basically our Hall of Fame, see a lot of the stars from the area. Notables you'll see are W.C. Handy as well as Mr. Sam Phillips. Some others in there are the Temptations as well as Mr. Lionel Richie, and I believe Tammy Wynette is in there as well.
They started this in 1989. This place is younger than I am. I'll tell you what, it has been 10 years since I've been here. The last time I was in here I was in high school, so it's been at least 10 years. So, yeah, it's been over 10 years ago.
And we fast forward thanks to the copyrighted music. I'd really like the bus though, that was pretty cool. Hank Williams, Lionel Richie in Alabama.
Yeah, so Sam Phillips is one of those guys that was behind the scenes. He really known for Sun Recording Studios, and he's a Florence, Alabama native, which is Florence is literally 10 miles away, maybe from here. So he had Sun. He helped record with B.B. King, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, a bunch of people. A lot of things people don't realize is that when it came to the music didn't know any color. They just knew that it sounded good. And what a lot of people would find out is when they would come here to record, and they say, I want those guys that were playing that rhythm section, those blues sections. And a lot of times it'd be your black artists, and they come in, and it's just a bunch of white country boys that were playing for them. It was really cool to see that in a time when things were really hard for that. It's good to see hands reaching out across the table and us coming together, finding a common ground here. I think that's really cool. It's like music is one of those things that transcends everything. Here's something kind of cool that's in here. Alabama's touring bus. I just saw signs that said don't record, so this might cut this one short, but I just want to get inside here just to show you what it was like back in the probably late 70s, early 80s, riding around with Alabama on their touring bus. It's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, so no recording in the Alabama Music Hall of Fame, just for future reference, but here's what we did miss. They kind of has some highlights of the who's who. It's a big exhibit, especially for Hank Williams Jr., Tammy Wynette's in there.
after you get out of the tour bus, there's a big section on the blues, and a lot of the blues artists that have origins in the state of Alabama. Big section on W.C. Handy there. Another thing that you can do in there is that you can actually record your own version of one of the hits that was either produced or written or recorded here in the state, which they also have a very big section on the recording studios, especially Muscle Shoals Sound, Widget Studios, and Fame Recording. They do have a pretty cool section that just lists all the #1 hits of artists that are from the state of Alabama, and it's pretty big. It was about a 6-foot tall plaque that is just listed from top to bottom with all the artists and all their hits. You had Lionel Richie on there, you had Alabama on there, all sorts of things. And they also, on this, it was a 4-sided thing, so basically like a column about 6 foot tall that just listed hits and things of that nature. And then it had all of the songwriters on the other 3 sides. It'll take you roughly an hour, maybe a little bit more if you want to go through and read every little thing. I'm a little bit familiar with the stuff here, so it's kind of easy to kind of glance over some of it. I did read a couple of things that gave me a little more insight of things I didn't really know, but 2 hours, give yourself about 2 hours to come here. It's well worth it, I think, especially if you are a very big music buff. It's a pretty nice little museum. I will say this, other than some of the local artists that have grown up recently, Alabama Shakes, Jason Isbell, some of those people, and a little bit more homage to the documentary Muscle Shoals and Fame Recording Studios and the Muscle Shoals Sound Studio. A lot of the stuff is kind of the same, maybe a little bit cleaner than it used to be, or cleaned up, a little bit better lighting, that kind of things. But a lot of it is really the same. I don't know, it's kind of like, it's one of those hidden gems, I guess. One of those things. We were here just about a little over an hour, and my vehicle and about 3 or 4 others were all that were here. If you come on a weekday, you may encounter a school group, which I think every school in the area sends a group of kids out here at least once. But like I said, there's a lot of history of music in the state of Alabama. A lot of stuff to be proud of, a lot of stuff to hang our hat on. And it's kind of a shame that we don't support it a little bit more than we do. Kind of wish we did. But a good way to do it is go out in your community, come see the Music Hall of Fame. If you're in the North Alabama area, I think it's well worth $10 and an hour or 2 of your time. A lot of history, a lot of good things to hear, a lot of good things to see, a lot of good things to read, especially a lot of good things to listen to. It's getting hot out here. It's July in Alabama, so it's starting to sweat a little bit. It is a nice day. Got nice clouds. Nice clouds. Look at that shot of the Colbert Heights Mountain back there in the background. That's going to do it for this one. Look forward to doing another one for you. I've got a whole list of places to go, so we will see. We will see. We'll find out what's in our backyard. You can follow us at Twitter at ExploreThe256. It's A&E's Adventures. We've been posting some stuff lately, digging through a lot of the old Facebook posts and things of that nature, pulling up some throwback stuff. So check it out. Check it out. Go in there, and if you like the video, like it. If you have any comments for me, places you wanted to see, things you want to talk about, hit us a comment. And with that being said, have a good day.